What's the haps? I'm Maroka, and welcome to Wildstar Waffle. This is a thing that I did fairly recently. It was not especially well received, if we're honest, but it's a platform I want to use a little bit more. I think I will use Wildstar Waffle, at least for the temporary future, as a platform for kind of more vlog stuff rather than... Spiral Spiel tends to be a bit more viewer-driven than anything else. I tend to enjoy answering people's questions more than anything else, so this is more for talking about stuff that I probably would have put in there once upon a time, but haven't really done so much of lately, so I don't know. Either way, there's stuff I wanted to talk about, and I needed a platform to talk about it on, so Wildstar is it. For those keeping score, we are currently in Malgrave, which is a sort of early 40s zone, and it's all rather nice and deserty. Well, it's actually rather unpleasant and deserty. I just came from a nice, lush green jungle, so I preferred the jungle, honestly. I like jungle levels. Jungle levels kind of cool. But here we are. So I'm going to do a spot of questing, and I'm going to talk to you about things. And if you're interested in them, you are invited to sit down and listen for the next 10, 20 minutes or so, however long it takes me. But there are things to talk about. Things about the intersection of real life with this video gaming, video making hobby of mine. So I'm going to go murder some things, as you do in an MMO, and we shall do stuffs. Is that a thing I can collect? It is. Let's collect things. Sweet. So, people who watch Spiral Spiel, which does make up a not unreasonable part of my viewership, I would imagine. It does seem to be my most well-received video series on my channel. We'll recall, perhaps, back in around July-ish kind of time, that I mentioned a job interview. So, to go a little bit further back than that, back in April was PAX East, and I spent some time hanging out with Mr. Joe Mirabello, who you might know as the guy who made Tower of Guns. Do I get anything good for this? What? Why do I get a... Oh, it's food, okay. Cool. What are we doing? Getting revenge on rocks. Okay, sure. That is very, very silly. My line of dialogue there, and I would agree with it. What on earth are we doing here? At any rate, yes, shortly after PAX East, on Mr. Joe Mirabello's prompting, I made a little bit more of an effort to apply to video game industry jobs, and... Okay, this is what we're going to do? Okay, it's a holdout. We've got to fight a bunch of stuff. Okay. So, here we go. Stuff's coming. Let's fight it. So, I applied to... I believe I found it through... one of the video game industry websites, I forget, gamesindustry.biz or something, a fairly well-noted one. At any rate, I applied to Area Games, and as is usually the way with games, particularly, you know, games in competitive industries, where one might very easily say that video games fall into such a category. Someone is here to help me with this. They generally sort of advise with jobs that if you don't hear back within 4 weeks, just kind of assume that you didn't get the job. So I kind of had assumed that, yes. And then a few months later, whoa, hello, he's large. Let's see what we can do to you. So yeah, a few months later, around July time, I was invited to interview, which kind of came a little bit out of the blue because, well, obviously this was several months later. I had rather assumed I hadn't got that job, and so I had the whiz. You may recall I had a phone interview and a Skype interview, both of which I felt went reasonably okay. I mean, I guess the phone one went okay because they invited me to the Skype one. I thought the Skype one didn't go badly, but could perhaps have gone better. Let's pick an item out. What have we got? Finesse, Moxie, and Health. Brutality, Finesse, and Deflect. These are all terrible. Shield Capacity, Brutality, and Tech. I don't like any of those. These are all... That is the least bad one. I will take the Ground Thumper. Okay. Cool. So you a rabbity guy. I really like these rabbity guys, by the way. The Lop, they are. They're hilarious. They've got some fantastic dialogue. They're tiny little rabbit folk who are really obsessed with treasure and treasure hunting. They're awesome. Anyway, as I was saying, back in April I had those 2 job interviews, and again heard nothing from them for the longest time. Months passed, and I have sent them a few emails to say, hey, what's happening? Would it be possible to get some feedback if I didn't get this job? I'd sort of kind of forgotten about it. I mean, it's been a few months now. Again, sort of assumed I presumably hadn't got it. If a job, what am I looking? What's the word I'm looking for? The term. The person who is offering a job position doesn't get back to you particularly quickly is usually a reasonable assumption to say you haven't got it. Where am I? There's a thing over here I could do. Making the rounds. Yeah, let's go that one. Treasure hunter. Yeah, follow this road, I guess. So yeah, I had assumed, and I think it was on my mum's prompting last week I sent another email out to them just like, look, can I get some feedback or something? Can you let me know what's happening? And then yesterday I got another email back from them saying, hi, would you like to come to interview? For those keeping score, this is the 3rd interview, which is, I've never heard of a job that had 3 interviews before, but okay, sure, why not? This one's in person. Oh, okay. Where are they based? They're based in Berlin. I am not based in Berlin. Berlin is in Germany. I mean, I hope most people would know that, but you never know. Berlin is in Germany. I'm in the UK. We have an ocean between us. Well, a sea. Ocean is a very grand term for what is between us. So, that's a little difficult to get to on short notice, especially it's next Friday is the interview, so I've got 8 days to figure out how to get to Germany. That's okay, I've not had to plan things like quite that dramatic on such short notice before.
Like you, maybe?
Okay, what do you need? Someone good at hitting and shooting and killing. I can hit and kill, I don't know about shooting. I'm a guy, I'm a person that wields claws. Not really guns, but okay. Darkspur have shinies that should be for Lop. Lop must take them back. You help Lop by breaking spaceship. It's easy, just use bombs. Oh, okay. I also had a phone call.
With shinies.
Strong big folk work hard for Lop, yes. Oh, Lop, okay? You did a good job. Almost as good as Marshall Yetish. I did my best. Okay, so we've got to blow up a spaceship. Where is that? That's this way, I guess. Is this? Get out of the way thing. That's, I guess that's a spaceship. Oh, I've angered the things. I've angered the things. So yes, I have got to be in Berlin for next Friday now. So that's doable. It's expensive, but doable. I believe I will be reimbursed to a certain extent for my travels, so that's okay. I can get there and back without it ruining me financially. That's something I can at least be secure in the knowledge of, so I'm okay with that. Oh god, I hope he's not that tough. Is that a tough guy? Someone else just attacked me for, like, no reason. Okay, he's not that tough. That's fine. The thing is with the Berlin job, I mean, obviously it's a GM role for a games publisher, which is like absolutely ideal for me. That's like a perfect job for me. I would love to do that. And the idea of moving to another country, an exotic new place, a new culture, a place that has a lot of good beer, is actually pretty cool. I like that idea. But at the same time, that's really, really intimidating, because it is going to involve uprooting and leaving everything behind that I have worked so hard for here. I mean, obviously, most of my friends are here, and Button Mash, that is to say, you know, the real-life incarnation of Button Mash is here. The Button Mash events and organisation and what we do and everything we are working for in the future. Everything I've put in place over the last 3 years or so. That's all here, and now there's seems like a fairly reasonable chance that I might not be able to do that anymore. I mean, I guess I will continue to try and run the channel if I were to move to Germany, but, oh no, it's just a rather terrifying prospect. I suppose that's a bridge to cross when I get to it, but I don't know. No, I am uneasy about it, I will say that much for it. So, yeah, I mean, obviously I was still at interviews at this stage, but I've had several people tell me, oh, they wouldn't invite you all the way out to Germany if they weren't like 99% sure they were going to hire you, and I'm like, yeah, maybe. It doesn't make me feel any better about it, though. I like my consistency in being secure and not having to move and change. What can I say? Either way, the upshot for you, the practical upshot, is that... What are we doing? I'm not even really following the quest here. I'm collecting explosives and murdering guys, I guess. Okay. So the practical upshot for this, as regards the channel, is that I will be flying out to Berlin next Thursday, and the interview's obviously on Friday. I'll be flying back Saturday morning, and then I have other real-life commitments in the evening on the Saturday as well, so it may well be that towards the back end of next week I may drop some content on the channel. I may not. I try to get one video out every single day. That may not happen next week, and I did want to give you guys a heads up before that happens. The week after that, there is then also other stuff. There is, as regards the actual real-life Button Mash stuff, well, that's happening. Button Mash, one of the events we hold in real life, the Button Mash event number 9, will be on October the 18th, the Saturday, so there will be much setup to do on the Friday. It's obviously less intense of a commitment, because obviously I don't have to, fly out to Berlin. It's not quite so dramatic. But, it could still interfere. I mean, I've said that before about events, and then I've been able to get videos out fine, so I may be able to get a full schedule of videos out. Just kind of forewarned is forearmed, in case, there is no video, and you then decide to turn to my Twitter page, or the comments or whatever, and say, hey, I was promised videos 7 days a week, why are there only 5, 6, however many? Uh-oh, I left the area. Come on, get over here. There we go. Some of these challenges are a little bit arbitrary.
Double kill.
Are we done? There we go. Gold reward. What do I get for that? Ooh, that could be nice. I'll have a stab at that. Give me a thing. Give me loot. Give me loot. Still a little bit of a dice roll, but could be good. Yeah! What stats? Give me good stats. Give me good stats. Where them stats at? What was that? That was that one. Deflect, health, and deflect. Oh, that's tanky. I'm not a tank. I like stabbing people. Aww. Oh well, never mind. So I'm still trying to collect explosives here, I guess. So yeah, I did want to give you guys a heads up as to what was going on, because, over the course of the next 2 weeks, there may be interruptions in your standard service that you have come to know and expect from me on a standard basis. And that might not happen. So I wanted you to be aware of that. And then obviously, if I get the Germany job, and if I were to go for the Germany job, which is still not a surefire thing on either account, that could be, I imagine, I've never had to do it before, but I imagine relocating to another country would cause some disruption in service. I don't know how one moves house to a country across a body of water. I don't know the logistics of that one. That requires investigation and figuring that one out. Never had to deal with that before, to be honest. I've never moved more than a county or so in my life, and certainly not whilst trying to maintain a full-time YouTube channel. I'm sure there's a thing here. Oh, it's here. It's that thing on the wall, on the back of it. Throw the bomb. Okay, I guess we got it. Okay, everybody, come to me. There we go. Now we can fight you. Cool. As regards the channel in other regards, there's obviously a little bit of a gap in stuff at the moment. There's, well, one of the series just finished. We finished the Valhalla prologue, and the rest of that game won't be out until December, so until then I've kind of got, I haven't really got anything immediately planned, so I've got a few things. I would like your thoughts on things. So, what else are we doing now? Killing some boss guy. Where boss guy at? Over here. So I've got, there's obviously, I've been saying on the Button Mash podcast for a while that what I would like to do is Hatterful Boyfriend, which is the really stupid pigeon dating simulator thing that came out on Steam recently. And, I don't know, it looks funny. It's just going to be me doing silly voices again, except this time for pigeons as opposed to dogs or pirates or whatever. So that could well be a thing as well, if you want that to be a thing. I have not bought the game yet, but if there's a demand for me dating pigeons, I will gladly oblige in that regard, to be honest. Just because that could be pretty funny. Also, obviously, the Freedom Planet has 2 other characters to play through, and I did say when I started out I wanted to play through all of them. By the time I finished it, I sort of burned out a little bit. I mean, I could go back and do Carol's Path. I might be okay to do that now. But that would be a little bit of an investment that might run a little while. Obviously, the first Freedom Planet was a good 20 episodes or so. That lasted a couple of months, I guess. So, you kill Lucido, take a tiny computer. Give computers a lock, computer show Darkspur maps. Okay. Buried shinies. This map great, so many shinies. One teensy tiny problem, shinies buried in minefield. You go to minefield, dig up shinies. They better be worth it. Oh, hello, you have a quest as well. Darkspur load shinies on ships, ships fly away. Take shinies. Kill Darkspur, they not load shinies. Okay. Murder more guys. Didn't I just murder all these guys? Oh, come on. So, the treasure is buried over that way. Oh, I see. This is the minefield. So we need to kill all these dudes, because that's the quest. And then I need to go get some shinies. Okay. I will do anything for shinies. Shinies are great.
Double kill.
Sweet. So yeah, things I'm thinking are options on the channel right now are Hatterful Boyfriend or Freedom Planet. Kind of the two things I would potentially like to work on. I would like to do more Valhalla Prologue, but I guess the game needs to be finished yet, so that'll be coming around December time, I guess. Until then, nothing doing, I guess, on that score. Oh, these guys are getting the better of me. I'm going to pop my shield, so I stay alive a little bit longer. There we go. Good. Let's eat some food up. I had something else in mind that I wanted to talk about, and that has momentarily slipped my mind. I suppose many people might well be wanting me to do more Spiral Knights content. That has never stopped being the case, and honestly, you know, I'm not enthused to do that. I'm not feeling it. The game has not been well supported in a long time, if I'm brutally honest. They have not... Uh-oh, mines! Ah! Okay. They've added no real content to it in a very long time, and I don't feel like, oh, why don't you play the game? Because I'm burned out on the game, honestly. I mean, once a week, half an hour, do Spiral Spiel. Sure, cool, that's fun, I'll take it. It gives me something to do, it's entertaining. It amuses me, and you guys seem to dig it, but the rest of the time, it's grinding content I've done a million and one times already, and... Oh, I see, I have to pick it up as well, okay. And those guys obviously... What? They respawned already? That's a ridiculously short respawn time. You suck. Get over here. So yeah, probably won't be doing Spiral Knights outside of the usual stuffs. Everyone always wants me to, it ain't happening. Sorry. It's just the way it goes. 3 Rings add new stuff to the game, sure, I'll be the first to jump on it, but until that happens... Nah. I need to dig up 10 of these things? It doesn't seem like there are 10 of these things. Right now, I'm kind of digging this. Right now, this is new content for me. I like Wildstar. I'm not necessarily sure it makes the... Whoa, hello. Okay. Was not expecting that. Right now, I'm not sure it makes the best video content. I'm not sure you entirely want to see me questing all day, every day. Probably don't, but... it keeps me entertained. If nothing else. Treasure? Yes, treasure. Sweet. I like treasures. Damn it. I had something else I definitely wanted to talk about, and I can't for the life of me think what it is. That's a mine. Ouch. That's a mine. God, they go off really quickly. I suppose they are designed to kill people. That probably, you know, is their purpose. Let's take care of this guy. Let me take a moment and try and remember what the hell I actually had to talk about. I'll be back with you in a sec. I'm back. I remember what it was. It was as regards new content stuff. So I actually have had my mobile phone as it is for 3 years, and it was not a new one when I bought it. It was like a 6-month-old job when I picked that up at the time, which was new enough. But yeah, basically all the upshot of that is my phone is about 3.5 years old now. It's not the greatest phone in the world. It's a pretty poor phone. So I've recently acquired a new one, and that is That should have arrived today, but due to the Royal Mail being terrible, well, they're not that terrible. They just would. It had to be signed for, and they weren't willing to deliver it while I was out, and I was out today when they turned up. So that didn't end up with me. So I've got to go to a place and go collect that and sign for that tomorrow. But I had kind of thought I might like to do like an unboxing video. I've not done any content like that ever before, but it always seemed like a kind of a fun thing to do. I don't know if there's any demand for that. If you guys would like to see me whenever I acquire cool stuff, get on webcam and say, hey guys, check out this cool stuff with me. Well, that might be a thing. Whether a phone is necessarily the kind of thing that's cool or not, I don't know. That could be kind of a boring one. I do have one thing that I got on Kickstarter that I backed a while back that I probably would like to do an unboxing for because I think it's going to be really cool. So, yeah, if there's a demand for that, if you want to see my ugly mug, then hey, yeah, maybe that's something we could do in the future. Again, I want to know your thoughts on how things go down. Just to let you guys have your say of what kind of stuff to see. I mean, honestly, there's no point in my making content that nobody wants to see, really, is there? I mean, I enjoy making content that I enjoy making, but at the same time, there's a little bit of, you know, if I'm making it and nobody's watching it, it feels a little bit, you know, empty. You kind of want to make stuff for people. That's kind of why we're here. That's what we do. Sometimes I'm just like, you know, stuff it, this one's for me. I think Valhalla was one that was for me, but, you know. Stuff like Patreon. Patreon is different because people are genuinely paying for that, and anybody who backs me on Patreon, firstly, I appreciate it. Secondly, please tell me what kind of content you want to see, because, like I say, making it for you, you are the people who get a say in, especially what happens on this channel. So, feedback very valuable from those people. Those people's opinions, well, they're essentially paying my bills, so they are the important folks around here. Which, in that regard, as far as videos next week, I will make an extra special effort to make sure I definitely do get the Monkey Island video out, the current Patreon series. I make sure I get that one up well ahead of time, just so that we're all well and covered on that ground. Everything else, we shall have to play it by ear. Anyway, I guess that's kind of everything I had to talk about. I guess we're done here. I've still got some more dudes to murder, but you ain't too bothered about seeing that, I suspect. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. This has been a spot of Wildstar Waffle. As I say, I'll probably kind of use this more as a kind of a vlog kind of thing. If I need to talk about things in the future, particularly if I get this job, that's probably going to be a fairly important thing. And assuming I'm still playing the game, because who knows, I don't know, I might get bored of it. Yeah, if I've got important things to talk about and I'm still playing the game, I will do these in the future. Otherwise, this is not going to be a particularly regular thing. It's more of just of a vlog. But there you go. So thank you very much for watching. I have been Maroka. This has been Wildstar Waffle. And I'll see you next time. Yeah!